taste to you that may shock you. That thing is that most businesses do not require a WordPress website. It's overkill. It's like going fishing with a grenade. It's too much for that business to cope with themselves. It's too much for them to learn about. And it's often too much for even you as a developer, if you are one, to be able to maintain that work in there. So I'm thinking maybe we could do something else. Something like making sure that we can make a website that is easy for people to maintain, making a website that's easy for people to update, making a website that might be easy for you, if you're a web developer, to be able to play with. So what I'm going to introduce you to, if you haven't seen it before, you might have scoffed at it in the past, is a concept called Google Sites. And in the next 10 minutes, we're going to build a website in Google Sites, a real live website. It's not going to go live because it's not for a real business. It's a fictitious one, but I'm going to show you how you can basically do this with most of the kind of things you're going to need out of a business website, apart from e-commerce. This is not great for e-commerce or selling individual products. If you're a service-based business, if you're a plumber, a fisherman, a handyman, any of that sort of thing, a Google website might be good for you. So what I'm going to do is share that screen and let's get started. 10 minutes starts now. All right. This is the interface for a Google Sites. Now, I've got a few of them in here that I've built before. We're going to start from blank and build a brand new website from scratch. As it does that, it brings up a bit of a theme for us. I don't really like that theme, so I'm going to go to the right and click through to see what other themes there are. It does suggest to visit the template gallery, so that might be an idea we can play with. For now, though, I just want to build my own thing in this diplomat theme. I'm going to say that today I'm going to be an accountant. So I'm going to put in the title of what we're going to do better with your money. As the statement, we're going to call ourselves ABC Accountants. And it's going to have a little thing up there, a little heading up there. We can add a logo if we want. Notice there's a hover. It says add a logo as well. If we had a logo, we could do that way as well. We can change the background of this to something that's already in the library of Google's images for this. So I can say for something that's to do with business, we might be putting like a laptop computer and a desk in there, something like an office scene. Now, what it does is magically make sure that it dims that picture down a bit so that you can still see the writing there. Now we've got our header out of the way, we can then add lots of other things. Insert over on the right here allows you to then insert different things like a text box, images, embedding some code such as a YouTube video or a calendar link in there as well. Or you can insert anything from your Google Drive if you have one. First thing I'm going to do is drop in a content block. I'm going to have a picture here of something to do with an accountant. So I can go to Google Images from here. I can select stuff. I can upload my own. What I'm going to do is go to Google Images and type in accountant. And it's going to show me photos that are cleared for commercial use and for copying. They're not copyrighted images that we can use straight away. So I'm going to pick this lovely one here, which is nice little orange background. In it goes, and it's going to size itself to that space that I had. If I want to make that a little bit bigger and squarer, I can do that too. In here, I can put anything I like that's to do with my business. So I can just say, I'm going to pretend we're in Dubbo. Dubbo's most trusted accounting service since 1978, something like that. What I'm going to do is go and grab a little bit of lorem ipsum text. If you've seen this stuff around the internet sometimes because the web developer hasn't finished building the website, it's basically a bit of Latin text that we use to just fill out a bit of space. So I'm just going to go copy that and paste it into this space. It's going to unfortunately copy across all that formatting as well. So I'm just going to change that over to the size that I want it to be, 14. There we go. And it's starting to fill up some space. Now, this accountant has several lines of business that they do. So I'm going to bring across these 3 boxes here from our insert blocks on the right. I'm going to now load these up with accounting kind of pictures that I'm going to pick from the same place. So I'm going to put, and when it gives us the option to Google Images, accountant again. If I could spell. And I'm going to find some images around that. So let's just pick this one here, insert. I'm going to do another one here and select another photo, select image. In we go. Fortunately, it's the connection to Google that's sometimes going to be a little slower. That's going to make this 10 minutes a little bit of a challenge. But what we're doing here is selecting the photos that make sense with us. So for this particular kind of business, so I might do this one here, insert, and then finally another one down the end here, selecting an image. Notice how they fit to that square size that we've been given. And another accountant image. You can use these photos. Otherwise, you can also use photos of your own and upload them as well. So service number one might be income tax returns. Another one might be business advisory. Another one might be advisory, companies and trusts. They do more complex tax stuff. Now we've got our those in there. Now, what we want to do is send these off to another page, but we don't have a page to go to yet. So what we're going to do is set up a new page. Over here, so insert and themes, you've got pages and a plus sign. Plus sign, we're going to put there as income tax returns is option number one. See how it then creates a menu item for that page. Number two is going to be business advisory. It creates another one with another tab at the top there in the menu. Then we'll put in the final one, which is companies and trusts. 5 minutes to go. Let's see how we can go to get this website built. Companies and trusts, and then I'm going to add in another one for special there. It's going to be the contact page. They've got a contact page as well. It's inherited the main page's backgrounds, but you can change any of those pages if you like. So I'm going to just create in the income tax returns, insert another one of these content blocks. Let's just find ourselves another image. 1, 2, 3, let's go Google, accountant. And we're going to pick out maybe this one here for taxes. In it goes. I'm going to copy in my Lorem Ipsum text again, change it to something that looks better. Yeah, now you would obviously change this to something that suits your particular business. You wouldn't leave it just like that. And we can go experts in household income tax. And then you could go down and create more and more of that content. So if I create another text box, they're continuing it down. We can continue and create more and more paragraphs, put in more photos if we like to. So I've now got that one. What I'm going to now do is click on here and select this whole section. Hopefully it lets me do it. Yep, it will. Control C. I'm now going across my next page and I'm going to copy that same stuff into there, just changing that photo to something else. So here, replace image, select, go to Google Images again. Here we go. I'm going to put in a word small business or just business. So the longest time it takes for a lot of this sort of stuff is basically just choosing photos. The actual generating the content and making the page is actually remarkably fast. Experts in business advisory. And then we continue on, copy across this material into our places again. We've got 3 minutes to go to show that we can do this in 10 minutes. So let's see what we can do in 3 minutes time. I can then copy these into the next page. Let's click around until I can find it. There we go. Click on the little thing there. Eventually you'll see the blue surrounds. It's just really messing with me today. Let's go that one, that one. No. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Let's try again. It's really not working for me. So that's all right. Let's go to the next one because I've already got it in my copy and paste. There we go. Got one of these ones. I can then create another text box, put a little bit more in there. If I want to have another image in there, let's put an image, select an image from Google Photos again. Accountant. Let's put that one, insert. And now it's going to insert that photo down here. I want to drag that up here and put it beside there, and it's going to fill out that space. Now, if I increase the width of that, it's going to push that text across more until I push it into where I want it to be. Just like a little grid that we're building there. And in the contact page, let's just put in quickly a phone, email, address. And just because I'm feeling really like we could put in a little bit extra today, let's put in a map of the location of where this business is. So if we can go into down the bottom here, There's lots of different things you can add. I'm going to add a map. I'm going to look for Dubbo, New South Wales. There we go. Select that map, put it in there, whack it across into the side there. And I've now got a map of Dubbo and the areas that they might be serving. And then I can increase the size of all this to be much bigger text if I want to. Open Sans, make it 24, fill in the details. I now have essentially, with 1 minute to go, the bones of a website. What I do is just for a bit of bonus here is say, learn more and pick a link that goes to income tax returns. Whack that up here. Look at that. And we've now got a button. I can copy that button across, not the whole thing, just the button, please. Copy it. Nope, not the whole thing again. Come on. And then we've just got the button, insert that one again, insert it in there, delete these little places, and I can then select for those buttons to go to certain places. So one here, click on the button, edit it to go to the business advisory page, edit this one to go to the companies and trusts page. So delete all that, companies and trusts. And we've now got the bare bones of a website. Let's see what that looks like when we preview it in a more real world. So we can go to income tax returns, business advisory, to a contact page, home, then go through these buttons to the places on the website, business advisory. And let's view it on a phone. This is what it's going to look like on a mobile phone. Nice and neat, nicely laid out. It's got the little hamburger menu that lets you move around, and with all the same information stacked in a format that works for a mobile phone or for a tablet as well. That is Google Sites in just 10 minutes. It's a free service that you can go to, sites.google.com. As long as you've got a Google login, a Google account, you can get that for free. If you've got a Gmail address, you've already got it. So sites.google.com, get building, and you'll see why I think this is just a bit of a game changer for people who want to build their own websites without spending $20,000 on some web development in an agency in a fancy office to do it for you. So if you need more information on that, please reach out to me. My name's Dante St. James. Look it up online. I'm always everywhere on the internet, or come and see me through LinkedIn, which I think a lot of you may be connected to me already. Thank you. Have a great weekend. I'm Dante, and yeah, let's check on these every week. We'll be doing 2 of these so you can learn how to do things fast in just 10 minutes with all things digital online. Thank you.